Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Happy Saturday in the weekend, deep in it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I don't know what you were doing before you came here, but the important thing is you are here now. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. My son had an early soccer game, had to be there at 7:15 for picture day, and then the game at 8. They won. My son scored a goal. Can't tell you how proud I am of that boy. It was great. His teammate passed it to him. They went a little far up. He ran. The other kids on the other team were running for it too. He gets ahead of the pack. He squares up. Boom. Kicked it right in. It was beautiful. I hope he knows how proud I am of him. I certainly told him. It was great. They won 5-4. They don't keep score, whatever, but all the parents do. That's all everybody's talking about on the sideline, on our sideline is the score. So they won 5-4. Good shit. I'm happy. Because they won every game so far, but this is the first game that my son has scored a goal. So it was pretty good. You could see he had a little confidence boost there too. It was nice. Let's see here. Who's breaking the financial hymen? That would be C4 Duke. Thank you. He says, hey, JG, I gave you a super chat yesterday. I'm Biden voice Pepsi man here now. YouTube was giving her a hard time, so we switched premium to my account. Well, you do what you got to do. I'm glad you took those steps. You jumped through those hoops so you can still hang out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Preach. So, yeah, man. You see the thumbnail. I was trying to find the worst picture I could of her, and I figured this was it because there's no picture. There's nothing worse about her than that damn cackle. So I figured I'd get a picture of her mid cackle, and I think we did that. And then it says line up by color if you want hurricane relief. Now, not too long ago, if you guys want to come with me down memory lane, oh, don't worry, you won't need a jacket. Come with me down memory lane because I remember a time when it was not okay, some would say taboo, to tell people that you're not getting you are getting hurricane relief, but it's based on your color. So if there was a hurricane, let's say what, the 50s or 60s or something like that, that's when you would expect them to say, hey, you ain't getting none of this damn FEMA money unless you're white first. Let it trickle down to the colors. That's like some shit, you would see in like some movie about the South. Not my daughter, But that's not it. This isn't the 50s. This isn't the 60s, even though they want it to be. So all of their racist thoughts about this country could be justified, but it's not. Now we don't do that anymore. I thought we did it. Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical, says if you want some of this Hurricane Ian money, we're going from the bottom of the color chart up. So if you are white, they need to get to the back of the line. But I got way more shit destroyed, and I lost my pets and some people from my family, and I really, really need that money. I'm worse off. That black dude up there, I could have swore I saw him with a Mercedes-Benz key in his pocket. Oh, color? Yeah. Sorry, white folk. You better get out of here. Gone, geek. Gone, geek. So if you're white, you're in Florida, and Hurricane Ian came and fucked up some of your shit, gone, geek. Grand Champs Pros, here we go again with the play activity. Says, Mr. President, oh, shit. Now, what Grand Champ Pros is doing here, he's poking fun at our resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which we never do here. And what he's referring to is yesterday we played a clip where the president was, he was doing a FEMA speech. And I guess when he got done, he said, fuck it, I'm going to the right, when it's obvious that everybody on his staff needed him to go to the left. but he wasn't having it. So he went to the right, and the lady was like, she goes, Mr. President. Damn it. She pulls her hand back like, shit. And he went off to the right and started shaking hands and finding a young scalp to sniff. And, go back to the live stream yesterday. I think it was around the hour mark or something like that. We really delved deep into it. What steps need to be taken to keep him? You know what I mean? What steps do we need to take to keep him, where he's supposed to be? And so he doesn't wander off or run off. He ain't running. But if he wanders off, you know what I mean? We have to be able to, as citizens, we have to be able to help corral him if necessary. So that's what Grand Champ Pros was talking about. And if you were here for that, a lot of good laughs, you guys. We had a lot of good laughs yesterday at his expense. Him and a guy named Fernando. Poor Fernando. But yeah, go back to yesterday's live. I think that was September 30th, 2022. Very funny. We all had a good time. We all had a good time. But she said that hurricane relief is going to be handed out based on equity. She says we all didn't have the same starting point. Like if we're all in a race, we're in this race called life, but we all didn't have the same starting point. Some started up there, some started right here, some started back there. But what you do when you're losing a race, remember this, guys? Remember you in high school or college or whatever, junior high, and you're running a race and you're losing. Well, what do? Do you yell up ahead? Slow down. Wait. Do you do that? I don't think you do that. I never tried that. I never seen anybody do that. But I guess now if you're losing a race, you yell, wait. And then the guys or girls up front, they're like, oh, shit, he's losing. They slow down so you can catch up so you can all finish together, right? Because it's all about finishing together. So what she's saying is we all didn't have the same starting point, but when you were in a race and you were running, what did you do to catch up, to gain ground, or to get in first place? You ran harder, didn't you? You ran faster. You dug deeper. Same thing with life. No, we didn't all have the same starting point. We all weren't all Huxtable kids. Some people have real fucked up beginnings. And if that's the case, you just got to run a little harder, run a little faster, dig a little deeper to catch up with everybody else. That's called life. A lot of the times when life does things to you, you look over at life and life just goes, it's the hand you're dealt, player. Go on, geek. Run faster. I don't know what to tell you. If you saw a picture of life, that's what life would look like. You get your ass up there. You make up for it. I don't know what to tell you, but get your ass up there. It's not about equity because they want us all to finish in the same place. Hey, slow down. Don't run so fast. Slow down. Let everybody else catch up so we can all finish together. We can all join hands and cross the finish line together. Hands across America. Yay. Ew. No. Gross. That's not how you become number one in the world. By everybody finishing together. Let's hold hands. Gross. Get that shit off of me. Now I need to take a shower. I don't like the way that feels. Ugh. You want to get up here with me? Get your ass up here. But Kamala says, no. You want some of this money? Huh? Look at it. Yeah, that FEMA money looks good. It doesn't stacked all high. You want some? You better hope you're dark skinned. Chazo Ghost. Thank you. Hey, this isn't the mall. Stacey's daughter's got it going on. I mean, Mom. Yeah. Stacey's daughter has got it going on. I mean, Mom. Yeah, that's it. Mom. Oh, dirty motherfucker. Oh, dirty ass. Dirty ass old man. Hey, yo, hoser. Christian, thank you for the Hamilton. Canadian lesson number 2. We have all the same holidays as you Yanks do. The only difference is Thanksgiving, ours is in mid-October. Weird. And we don't say hey in the birthday song. Maple syrup is a topping or lube. I would say more of a topping because lube, it might start off good when things are hot, but once it starts to cool, isn't that going to get a little sticky? I don't know. That's a Canadian problem. We don't say hey in the birthday song, neither do we. See, yeah, we don't say hey. You guys say hey at the end or some shit? I don't know. We don't say that. There's no hey in the happy birthday song. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment section. Good afternoon, Americans. Steve's getting tired of that jarhead guy making fun of him and his loving relationship he shares with his mommy. Simplify. Well, Steve, come here and defend yourself. We all like to see you. It's been a while. But yeah, we don't say hey in the happy birthday song. No, we don't. And that's weird. Thanksgiving in mid-October. So then how accurate is Thanksgiving? Did they come to Canada first and then make it down here? But no, the Pilgrims were already here. Then they hooked up with the Indians. Because the Pilgrims didn't like show up and the Indians were waiting on the shore with fucking maize, right? So I think the Pilgrims were here, then they hooked up with the Indians. So did the Pilgrims stop in Canada first and then hook up with your Indians and then come down here and hook up with our Indians? I don't know. Why is yours in October? Explain that to me. Canadians. Mads, where are you? Huh? Canadians, come together right now and explain to me why Thanksgiving is in October in Canada instead of November like America. Donkey King, thank you. No man is more inferior than the man who insists all are equals. Frederick Nietzsche. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Just like all the ones who say that we're so accepting and diverse and, you know, it's inclusion for everybody. They're the least inclusive, the least diverse, for sure. And the ones that say they're not racist are. That's why I said yesterday, never give your credentials. If someone accuses you of being racist, don't give your credentials. Don't go down all the friendships and relationships you've had with black folks or whatever. They don't deserve a response. Someone called you a midget with green skin. You're not going to start going through the list of all the people all the midgets you hang out with without green skin. Okay? Because it's stupid and you wouldn't dignify that with a response. So treat that shit the same way. Nietzsche. Well, that's Nietzsche. I've never seen Nietzsche. Thanks, Faithless. I've never seen Nietzsche like written out. Heard of him. Nietzsche. Sounds like Asian. Does Nietzsche? Does that sound German? His name was Frederick, right? Hoser, thank you again. He says, mid-October Thanksgiving in Canada because of the winter. Frost and snow in October. Sticky, hot, maple syrup, and our birthdays. That sounds like a good birthday for introducing it to mine. Okay. So the winter. So is it like a first snow? Is it like a first snow? Like when the snow first hits the ground, that's when you guys celebrate Thanksgiving? I don't know. I got to look all this shit up. But it's more fun to talk to you guys about it. Let's see. Gregatron says JLP got kicked off YouTube. Is that Jesse Lee Peterson? That's fucked up. I met him at the Uncle Tom 2 premiere. Nice guy. Smart guy. Damn, what did he get kicked off for? They waited till now? He's been wilding out for years. And not in a bad way. He's been saying what the fuck he wants for years. So what the hell could he say now? What could he possibly say now to make them say, all right, that's it? That's weird. Cool dude. I mean, he be saying shit to people's face, like the people who he interviews and stuff. Man, it is hilarious. And he'll just look at him and just ask them the most basic questions, and they cannot answer them. He'll just look at him like, And they're like, I never thought of that. No, you sure haven't. You sure haven't thought of that, have you? You didn't give that an ounce of thought. I can tell by what you said. Hydrate. Looking at I think 90 degrees today here. Not too bad. Hoser, again, thank you. He says harvest in Canada is in mid-September and early October. So Thanksgiving shortly after. Okay, so it must not be connected to the Indians like you guys. Because that's when we got together with the Indians and they, showed us how to do their Indian shit, and the Pilgrims showed them how to do some Pilgrim shit. So yeah, you guys, I guess the reason for that holiday is different than it is here. C4 Duke. Thank you again. He says Biden's voice. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just. Oh, who is she? How old is she? That's what he wants to know. That's what he wants to know. Give me an age. Hey, Laker and SD. What's up, man? What is up? Thanks for the Twompski. Pleasure being on your live. And if you guys are on Instagram, make sure you follow this young man here. His on Instagram, it's at Laker and SD4, the number 4. But smart dude, knows a lot of shit about shit I know nothing about. And he had myself and Mo, aka Let's Talk Darling, and at Craig Long 45 had us on as a panel. Awesome. Have me back again soon, please. He says, Jackie, are you here? Maybe she couldn't make it. And again, Laker in SD is not being play, even though I'm sure he has the ability, like a lot of you do. But what he was referring to is a quote from, the Gummer in Chief. Remember, he was doing another speech, the worst shit. When he says the worst shit or does the dumbest shit, it's always at a speech. But he was somewhere giving a speech, and he was referring to Jackie Walorski. She was a Republican congresswoman from Indiana, and she died in August. But the problem is he did the speech like less than a week ago. And he's looking around, there's Jackie here. Where's Jackie? Oh, I guess she couldn't make it. No, she couldn't, Sloppy Joe, you idiot, because she passed away. Fucking dummy. What a dummy. Again, Hoser, thank you. He says, in the Navy, in your voice. No, I will not sing that song in my voice. But in the Navy, being in the Navy was awesome. I recommend it for everybody. I really do. If you want the best. If not, join another branch. If you want the best, hit the high seas, huh? Is Jackie? Jackie, are you here? Yeah, if she couldn't make it. The only thing that could have been worse, and I'm not making fun of this woman's, her passing, of course not, whether she was a Republican or not. But the only thing that could have made it worse is if he said, guess she's stuck in traffic. That's the only thing that could have made that worse, more insensitive, was to say that, because she died in a car accident. And I'm not even trying to be funny. That's just how bad he is. Dumbass. Guess she couldn't make it. Carlos Love says, Jericho Green, aren't Sloppy Joe's the worst sandwich ever? Outside of anything spam related? Nah, man. You barking up the wrong tree. You barking up the wrong tree, Carlos Love. I love Sloppy Joe's. They haven't had one since I was a kid. Remember those Manwich commercials? Manwich, not a sandwich, a manwich. Could you imagine if they had a manwich now? It would be like manwich, and then the man part would be crossed out, and it would say womanwich. Or a transwitch. You want a transwitch? It'd be manwich, and then they scratch out twans. They would scratch out twins. They would scratch out man and put trans, and then it would have someone have a Sloppy Joe there, and then a big rubber dick would fall on top of it. Man, tranwich. Big old rubber dick on top of your sandwich. That's what it's like when the Ku Klux Klans inject themselves in anything. It's like a big heavy rubber dick just falling on everybody. Ugh. Ku Klux Klans are here. I'm leaving. Trans witch. A sloppy Joe and a big old rubber dick just falls and smashes it. But getting back to what you said, Carlos, I like sloppy joes. They're delicious. I'm not a big fan of Spam. It's too damn salty. Ew. But I mean, throw that shit in your survival kit. You want something that'll last forever. That's it. Ugh. Faithless says the Tranwich is made with Spam. Gross. Ew. Sloppy Joe made with ground Spam. And then after you make the sandwich, a big old rubber dick falls on top of it and like splatters the fucking juice and manwich on you. A Tranwich. Ew. Ew. I'm good. I'll eat when I get home. I'm good. Ugh. That's so nasty. Oh, you just about ready to sit down and eat, and this big old dick just flops on it. Now I don't want to eat. Now I'm not hungry anymore because you made a Tranwich. Gross. Oh, I did not look up a good gun today. I was running behind after my son's game and had to print up some shit. So I didn't get one in today, but don't worry. I'll come with a heater on Monday. You know there's a good one out there. There could potentially be a good gun come Monday. I hope there isn't. Like no new ones. But in Florida, DeSantis, he had a warning for looters. He had a warning. He said, basically, I wouldn't recommend it. Don't do it. He said, we're a Second Amendment state. And if they catch you stealing somebody's shit and they blast you, you're real bad chance, not a good chance of us, throwing somebody in jail over it. So don't fuck around. Because if you get shot and you're a looter, well, you just got shot. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, that's gross. He says Tranwiches are meatless. No, that's the problem, Sergeant Pepper, is they do have meat. They're telling you, oh, no, I'm this, I'm a woman, I'm soft and sensitive, I'm a lady. And then you get behind closed doors and now you're staring down the barrel of what you got. You weren't planning on that. You were planning on going down there and munching on some clam, right? But then you got you wanted clam and you got a cannoli. Nobody likes a surprise cannoli, right? If you know it's coming, that's different. But when you come to the door, she drops her purse. Hey, what's this? I thought there were only one of these in here. Then it's all fucked up. And if you smack them, then you're a phobe or you're an ist. Well, no. You sold me trim, got home, and it's him. That's pretty bad. Don't downplay that. Don't downplay the level of deception when you're thinking you get home with a lady, and it's another dude, and you had to find out like this. No, that's a little different. That's a little different. That's not like I send you out for a sandwich and I said no mustard and you brought back mustard. If you smack somebody for that, that's fucked up. You shouldn't have done that. But if I go out and bring home some clam and I reach down there and there's hey, I don't know, clam ever felt like that. You got an outie? That's supposed to be an innie and you got an outie. It's fucked up, guys. I'll make fun of that shit. So we got Kamala saying, take your white ass to the back of the line. Then You know, there's drinking and driving, and then there's drinking and talking. And Nancy Pelosi, like, if that was an infraction, like drinking and driving is, she would have had her license to speak revoked years ago. What did she say? She was fighting back the urge to say a racial slur so bad. I'll play the video for you. But she was like, those little, I mean, she wanted to. But it's more slurred nonsense. But basically, she's speaking out of both sides of her wrinkled neck, both sides of her jowls, because she's saying that we need secure borders, but then she's also saying we need these little illegals to work in the fields. How you can't have it both. You can't have your cake and then trade it in for a bottle of vodka. You can't have that, Nancy. How are you going to have a secure border, but let them in to work in the fields? Wait. Damn it, guys. The problem is my memory still works. That's the problem. I still have a good memory. And I remember when we had a program in place where what were they called? Migrant workers. And the migrant workers would come up here during picking season, work in the fields. When it was over, peace out. I'll see you next year or next season. Okay? They used to do that. And they used to want to do that because they would take all this American money and go back home with it and be balling out of control. They wanted the American money. Cesar Chavez, all this kind of shit. But they got rid of that. They used to have what's called the Bracero program, where young American men would go out and work in the fields in the morning, on the weekends, and in the summer. So don't tell me it can't be done. And then you have a lot of crops that are mechanized too. Like they have these machines, if the crop is tough enough, if it's not something that bruises easily. I saw this machine, they put a tarp around the tree. I think it was olives. And this thing, it looks like a brush. And they put it in the branches and it shakes violently and it causes all of the olives to fall down onto the tarp. Then they collect the tarp with all the olives on it, dump it in the thing. They go off to get processed. So don't tell me it can't be mechanized. If you think these money-hungry bastards are going to let that produce sit out there in the field and rot, let that money sit out there and rot, you're tripping. But Nancy's saying we got to secure the border, but we need these little brown people to come up here and work in the fields. Okay. You can't have it both ways, Nancy. She thinks she can. And then Newsom. California's batting 1,000. We got Harris, we got Pelosi, and now we got her nephew. Just know that if you're a rapper in California, just know that if you're a rapper in California, thanks to the bill that he signed into law on yesterday, they can't use your rap lyrics against you in a court of law. They listed some high-profile rappers who were busted because they rapped about a crime in their lyrics, or one of them was accused of recruiting people in their lyrics. I got an article. I'm going to tell you how I feel about that bullshit when we get to it. Because there's probably better things for you to be doing, Gavin Newsom, than signing rap legislation. And it's something like the Artist Creativity Act or some bullshit. Matter of fact, let's start with that shit. So Newsom on Friday, you slimy little shit. You slimy little deviant shit. Gavin Newsom, legally change your name to slimy deviant shit. That would be great. It'd be accurate. So here we go. So this says, Governor Newsom signs bill restricting use of rap lyrics as evidence in California criminal trials. Thank God. Thank God. I was wondering how MC so-and-so was going to survive. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill, blah, blah, blah. Why they repeat the title right there. Newsom signed on the dotted line of a new bill, the Decriminalizing Artistic Expression Act. Doesn't it make you feel better just saying that? Also known as AB 2799 on Friday, which advocates say will help protect artistic expression in hip hop and rap. All rap is not artistic expression. The bill was approved by state lawmakers in August after mass backlash over the imprisonment of some big names in rap, including Young Thug, Gunna, and the late rapper Draco the Ruler. Used as evidence against them were their song lyrics, as prosecutors allege Young Thug formed a street gang and promoted it through his songs. A trial date is expected to take place on January 9th, 2023. The case echoed that of late rapper Draco the Ruler, who was facing first-degree murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder charges before his death in December 2021. The LA-based rapper, who was 28 when he died, had lyrics from his song Flex Freestyle pulled as evidence he killed a 24-year-old man. He was later acquitted. Rappers Tyga, Meek Mill, Killer Mike, Too Short, Ty Dolla $ign, YG, and E40 were virtually present when Newsom signed the bill. The signing was also virtually attended by California Rep. Reggie Jones Sawyer and Harvey Mason Jr., CEO of the Recording Academy. For too long, prosecutors in California have used rap lyrics as a convenient way to inject racial bias and confusion into the criminal justice process. Dina LaPolte, co-founder of Songwriters for North America, said in a statement, according to Variety. What the fuck? This legislation sets up important guardrails that will help courts hold prosecutors accountable and prevent them from criminalizing Black and brown artistic expression. Thank you, Governor Newsom, for setting the standard. We hope Congress will pass similar legislation, as this is a nationwide problem. So it's a nationwide problem that ignorant ass rappers are stupid enough to rap about their crimes. Hey, if you're dumb enough to rap about details of a crime that you committed, lock that stupid son of a bitch up. And before you do, stop by your local vasectomy facility and have him taken care of. Because we don't want you to get out someday and reproduce and make another little ignorant bastard like you. And since it's about for Black and brown rappers, what about white rappers? If you're a white rapper and you talk about some criminal shit that you did in your song, will you still be prosecuted because of that evidence? If they can corroborate it, will you still be busted? You see how stupid this shit is? And not to mention, I don't give a fuck about rappers and if they go to jail and if the evidence is used to put them in jail. If you're that stupid, goodbye. If you're talking about, I went to his house, I was quiet as a mouse, and then you shot him or some shit, that's your fault. You dumbass, you were dumb enough to record a confession for the police? The new recruitment sticker for the police should be a detective like this with his feet up on the desk. And the quote should be, so easy, because you're making it really easy to be a detective now. No more hitting the streets, no more going door to door, no more talking to witnesses and informants. No more of that, okay? Go to 2 websites, Instagram and TikTok. All the evidence is there. They will lay it out in chronological order. If they're that fucking dumb, why are you stopping them? Why are you stopping prosecutors from prosecuting? You heard about the one dude, Draco, whatever, the ruler. He was being accused, he was being charged with first-degree murder. These dudes are doing some serious shit. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if you got parking tickets or you killed somebody. If you are dumb enough to record a confession for law enforcement, You need to leave the public sector and go be a ward of the state. That is so dumb. You're an idiot. Your lawyer should just smack you, stupid ass. Why are you making it hard for me out here? You didn't tell me you recorded a confession, you jackass. And all they talk about is killing each other, dealing dope and fucking up neighborhoods. Now, like I said before, not all rap falls in this category. There is good rap out there. I'm a big fan. My favorite rapper of all time is Pharoah Monch. Pharohemonch. Pharoah Monch. Some might call him a conscious rapper. Raps about social issues and stuff like that, but he does it so well. Oh my goodness. Pharoah Monch is the most raw MC ever. And it's good rap. Great beats, lyrics, all that shit. Yeah, he cusses, but fuck, I do too. But he's not rapping about all that bad shit. The dope dealing and the violence, killing and all that shit. He has a song called Simon Says. That's probably his biggest hit. Came out in the summer. Was it 98 or 99 that song came out? But it don't matter. That beat, come on. Emerald Eyes 7 Zemi. Yeah. Simon Says. That song is raw. If you don't get up and just start moving around when you hear that song, you're dead inside. You are. But there is good rap out there. You know, it doesn't get a lot of the play. It's not, you know, all the retardy bees and Megan Thee Stallions and these little fools are talking about in this article. They get all the play, but good rap is out there. Justin Weeks, Vanilla Ice, baby. Okay. I would say he's clean rap, but he's not good rap. But let's see, D-Pressure, Daddy, Blessed, skateboard rappers like Lupe Fiasco. He had that, his first hit was Kick Push. That's another great song. I would say he's another rapper. He's not a gangster rapper, but lyrically, his talent, awesome. Lupe Fiasco is sick. But my son used to love that song, Kick Push, because it's about skateboarding. You know, that's how you go, kick, push, kick, push. And he was rapping about, you know, growing up in his neighborhood, skating, and the attitude, you know, people had with skating back in the day and where he wasn't allowed to skate. Shit, like, that's an awesome song. The beat's by Pharrell, sick. So there's good rap out there. But the ones talking about killing and drug dealing and all that shit, if you're dumb enough to record it, goodbye. I have no sympathy for you. And let's see, California is having rolling blackouts, drought, wildfires, inflation hitting us harder than any other state. People still trying to recover from the sweet and sour sniffle shutdown. Outdoor drug addicts. I'm training myself not to call them homeless, but outdoor dope fiends, open air dope fiends, them. There's all these problems that we have, infrastructure. But I'm so glad that your administration has time to sit down, get comfy, and Zoom with a bunch of rappers. Now, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I used to listen to E40 and Too Short. Too Short never talked about killing, but his raps are always nasty. He's always talking about having sex and shit. And E40, he talked about drug dealing and killing, but it was from a kind of a fly on the wall perspective, third person. He was talking about what he saw growing up. But yes, I listened to them back in the day and shit, but I don't give a shit who you are. E40, Too Short, whoever. If you're dumb enough to rap about your crimes on tape or Facebook Live or some shit, then they need to come get you. You're too fucking dumb to be in public. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for holding up a red flag and saying, I'm a jackass, get me out of here. And it's so good to know with all of those problems, Gavin, bang your wife Newsom. Instead of rolling your overpriced sleeves up and getting to work, you push through some rap legislation so we can keep more thug-ass killing Negroes and, I don't know, whatever word you want to use for Mexicans, Mexican rappers too. More killing Negroes and vatos on the street. Good job, man. Way to have your priorities in order. You should be saying, get this shit off of my desk. I have way more important things to worry about than keeping some ignorant ass rappers out of jail. But that's where we are. Do you believe nothing else? I tell you, believe this. Don't come here. Okay? Don't come here. There's nothing good for you here in California. Lucas Letterly, Brother Lynch Hung. I don't know what kind of rap that is. Yeah, it's gangster rap too, but Brother Lynch Hung is sick as shit. We had the song on the Bout It soundtrack called Situation on Dirty. That's a pretty tight song. But it's just good that all this shit going on, you got time for this. You should be like, I got so many more important things to worry about. Rap legislation? Rap? What? This is bullshit. Remember the guy in the crowd when Thorogood went to the Narcotics Anonymous? He said, marijuana, this is some bullshit. That's what this is. All these problems we have in California, and you are keeping ignorant ass rappers on the street. Got it. Don't come here to California, okay? Those of us who are here are trying to get out. Unless you are trying to kill your baby or give your kid hormone blockers, California is not a place for you. Okay, if you're not illegal. Now, if you're illegal, you want to have an abortion and the kid you already have, you want to put them on hormone blockers, you are California's wet dream. If you walked into Gavin Newsom's office as an illegal with a trans kid and the one you have in you now, you want to abort, let's just put it this way. He's going to need a cigarette after you leave. Because he will have soiled himself in the front. You're illegal? You want an abortion and your kid's Woo! Thank you for coming in here. He couldn't control himself. He would have multiple orgasms. And I bet he moans too. How much you want to bet Gavin Newsom moans when he has an orgasm? That's Gavin Newsom. His neighbors are like, uh-oh, Gavin must be having an orgasm again. Oh, Heidi Booth, she said, I bet he cries. You know he does. And his wife, oh, I'm sorry, not his wife, first partner. That's right. She doesn't call herself the first lady. She's the first partner. She's probably like, are you crying because of what I did to you? Or are you like sad about something? He's like, you know I cry when I climax. That's my governor. That's my governor. He cries after he climaxes. Okay, Gavin, I'm gonna let you like finish shaking and crying. I'm gonna go downstairs and make a tofu sandwich. She eats tofu sandwiches on like some bread that has 72 grains in it. It's more seeds than bread. Made with like brown rice and tears. It's made from brown rice and tears from people that can't eat meat. And she puts a big old thick, like when you make a sandwich with leftover meatloaf so fucking thick it could stop a bullet. Gavin, I'm gonna go downstairs and make a tofu sandwich with like vegan mayo. Can I get you anything? No. Oh, fuck. Don't come here. Don't come to California. You don't want to get this on you. What's your governor doing? Huh? What's your governor doing? Standing up for the Second Amendment, lowering your taxes? Not my governor. He's signing rap legislation. Fucking ding dong. I guess in the spirit of rap, Rusty Craig says, Jericho, do Pedo Joe rapping. Okay. What would Pedo Joe want to rap about?
Let's see. Give me a beat. My name's Sloppy Joe. Don't tell me no. The elementary school. That's where I want to go.
And sing. Thank you. Sharp 35 says, Jericho, when are you going to leave that state and move to Texas? I'm trying. Believe me, it's in my plan to get out of California. It's not just easy as not as easy as, I Dream a Genie. And there we are in Texas. But I can't go now. I got to see how Texas is going to play out. I got to see, are you guys going to have Governor Abbott or are you going to have Governor O'Rourke? I don't know. I got to see what happens. And Fair Poet 81 says, Austin is pitiful, so sad. I have no plans to move to Austin. Austin is like if California had like a little cousin and they're like, hey, California, I don't want to live with you anymore. I'm out of this place. Ooh, is that Texas? That's Austin. That's just a California satellite office. Cool with that. Oh, hold on. Comments jumped on me again. C4 Duke, thank you again. How would Biden sound when he comes? Dust? That's Biden. Just saying. Eileen J. Aileen? Is it Aileen? It's Aileen. Excuse me. Just popping in to say hi. Hi to you and all the good people in the chat. Happy Saturday. Hey, it's a great chat. Welcome in. Come on in, Aileen J. The super chat or the comment section's fine, man. Anna High says, please stay in California. Why would you wish that upon me? Anna High, huh? Texas ain't full. I'm not going to bring no bullshit California politics with me. Now you're going to make me move to Texas just because you don't want me to. Anna High. I got family in Texas. I already got infrastructure there. Mess around and make me move to Texas, Anna High. I don't care what you said. Anna High says, I said we full. I don't care. You got room. There's always room for Jello. You can always make room for one more. Only thing with Texas, though, up north, I was up there one time, and something about a hurricane or a tornado shelter downstairs of this rest stop we stopped at. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, you guys got tornadoes here. Then it's hot. It's humid if you're too far east. But when I was out there in late August, I was driving to Dallas. Did I land in Dallas? I was driving to another part. Anyway, my stepbrother was taking me. And what is it called? Wolf Lodge, that big old indoor water park. And they had another, it was Wolf Lodge on one side, and then this other company called, this other group, whatever, called Gaylord. I know. And they had another one that was like hella big, and they have like fake snow inside and shit. I was like, man, this is worth moving to Texas just for this. Like, shit. I might move out here just to go to the Great Wolf. Is that what it's called? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I would definitely want to take the family to that shit. Look awesome. But other than that, yeah, Texas is great. If I could bring California weather with me to Texas, that'd be awesome. So how about we talk about that little racist in the White House, that evil little racist? No, not him. Her. Because she said, basically, line up by color if you want hurricane relief. And see, the thing about the hurricanes aren't Democrats. So they're not trying to hurt a specific group. They hurt everybody. Hurricanes are conservative. It's equal. Everybody gets it equally. Good or bad, equal across the board. So hurricane apparently is conservative. Maybe that's why they're being like this. Maybe they're so petty that they see the conservatism in the hurricane. Because Kamala said the distribution of aid should be based on equity. Those who get hit hardest should get it first. Now, when you're talking about damage, yes, it should go based on need. But she's talking about people who are already discriminated even before the hurricane got here. All the people who have it hardest in life before the hurricane, they're going to get it first. They're going to get the relief first after the hurricane. Well, that's fucked up. People of color, disproportionate, all their favorite words, all their favorite terms. They love that shit. Legal aliens is essential cash app, JG. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope he's not the only one. You gonna let legal alien be alone on a Saturday afternoon? It's pretty messed up. Comment section. All right, let's see. Hold on a second. I think that one is on. Yeah, here we go. That one's on YouTube. Now, this is going to be footage of Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. Trust me, I don't want to have to look at her either. It's bad enough when it's just audio and you have to hear her, but now you have to see her and hear her. So if you're eating anything, take a bite real quick, chew it up and swallow it. If you're drinking something, take a drink, hurry up, guzzle it, whatever you got to do, because once you have something in your mouth and she starts talking, you're probably going to get sick and throw it up. I'm just trying to help you. I don't want you to waste your food or waste your drink. All right? Because of the combination of seeing her and hearing her, if you have any, it's coming up. It's like, she's like visual epicac. If you look at her, she's visual and audio epicac. Okay? If you hear her and see her, okay? I'm trying to help you guys out because I don't want to see people wasting shit. And, you get the stomach bile and your throat's all scratchy. I don't want that to happen to you guys. Okay? Okay?
Is our lowest income communities and our communities of color that are most impacted by these extreme conditions and impacted by issues that are not of their own making. And so women. Absolutely.
And women.
And so we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place. And if we want people to be in an equal place, sometimes we have to take into account those disparities and do that work.
Really? Shut the fuck up. What did you say, you cackling a hua? This community, we got to fight for the communities of color. We also have to fight for equity and women. Whoever said that, security, walk her out. Shut your mouth. And women, because women are hit harder by hurricanes than anybody else. And if you're a woman of color and you're in the alphabet soup group, you're dead. Like if you are a black female lesbian, then you're dead. The hurricane killed you. Because that's too much. You're a person of color and you're a woman. Anybody whose mouth goes like this before they talk, cut them out of your life. Okay? So you're a person of color and you're in the alphabet soup group and you're a woman. You're dead. If you are just a woman, you're going to live. If you are just black, you're going to live. And if you are just in the alphabet soup group, you were going to live. But if you're all three and a hurricane comes to town, you're dead. What'd she say?
It is our lowest income communities and our
Mhm.
communities of color that are most impacted.
Wait a minute. What if you're a rich community of color? Then what? You think there might be some neighborhoods with with a decent amount of rich black folk? Or what if you're a rich black person, you live around a bunch of rich white people or whatever? She said the people of color. So, guys, I'm just trying to figure this confusing shit out. So if you're white, you're good. If you're rich and white, there probably won't even be clouds over your house. It'll just be sun. So if you're rich and white, that's top of the heap. But if you're a rich black person, you live right next door to that rich white person, you're going to get some storm damage. The hurricane's going to affect you. Not as bad as a poor black person, but just the fact that you're black, the hurricane's like, I don't want to, dog, but you are black. So you're going to get some damage, but not your rich white neighbor. No damage, no clouds. They're going to walk outside and be like, a hurricane? Where? Or I'm sorry, let me say it like a rich white person. Hurricane? Where? They don't see shit. They don't even know what you're talking about. But if you're rich and black right next door, you're going to lose some shit. A tree's going to come down. Something. We got to do something. Hurricane's like, I won't do too much, but you're black. I got to do something.
By these extreme conditions and impacted by issues that are not of their own making. And so
women.
Absolutely.
And women. Don't forget women, you fucker. Conditions not of their making. Then who made your conditions? If you didn't make your conditions, then who did? It's not you made your bed, now it's time for somebody else to lay in it. You made your bed, so you lay in it. So who made your conditions? Is there some white person out there like, man, I got this fucked up life. Who am I going to give it to? I'm not going to give it to a white person. Get out of here. No, move Mexican. I'm not going to give it to you. Asian, you're more successful than we are. You get out of here. Stop fucking around. Native American, no. Yeah, I get it. Ah, there they are. There they are. Look, come here. See a little Negro down there? That's what I'm going to give this fucked up life to. Here you go. But I don't want it. I'm doing good. No, you're not in charge of your conditions. You didn't make your conditions. That's what the first black female vice president just told me right now. So take this fucked up life. Got it, Kamala.
And so we have to address this in a way that is about giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place. And if we want people to be in an equal place, sometimes we have to take into account those disparities and do that work.
Do that work.
Really?
Make sure you do that work. Is she for real? Yes, guys, she's for real. She said they're not of your conditions are not of your making. You didn't do that. So when it comes to distributing these funds, it needs to be based on equity. All right? All people of color after this hurricane should be rich. God, what's wrong with that woman? Creole lady, thank you for the Hamilton. In other words, she's racist. Yep. Gregatron, what about the poor whites? There are no poor whites. You have white privilege. All you have to do is use it. It's like a lottery ticket. Go grab a quarter and scratch the damn numbers off and see how much you won. If you're a poor white person, you just haven't used your white privilege yet. Go to your grandmother's house under the old oak tree. 10 paces to the left of the oak tree, start digging. You'll find an old box. Inside the box is a map. And when you find that map, follow it to the X. When you get to the X, you will find your white privilege. You just got to find it and use it, stupid. Oh, they were right. This is an old box. Look at it. It's like Pulp Fiction when they looked inside the briefcase and saw that gold light. That's your white privilege, man. Put that shit on. Ooh, this is nice. This white privilege is all right. Feels good. It's like it's custom. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Joe Mello. Hey, Joe Mello. Hey, brother. You are top of mind. Don't make fun of her. She's trying her best. Keep up the good work and thank you for your service. For me and my beautiful wife, Kathleen. Joe and Kathleen. Thank you both. Appreciate it. Oh, I remember Joseph and Kathleen. So let me tell you this. You white Floridians. Yeah, you. Come here. Don't think because you got the hurricane came and fucked all your stuff up, you're just gonna hop in line. And if you do hop in line and a black person gets in line behind you, you must switch. Because at the front of the line, when FEMA starts handing shit out, they're gonna have the color chart. They're gonna take your arm. Ooh, sorry. You're 3 spots from the top. Go to the back. But I got damage in my family. The kids, my kids are crying, they're hungry. I know, but there's black kids up here that's crying too, so fuck you. Take your white kids somewhere and use your white privilege. Huh? Next time you see a hurricane coming, run to the front of your property, all the way to your property line. Hold up your certificate. White privilege. Natural disaster. Go around. Got white privilege here. We ain't even going to talk about it. If you're white and you're poked, all your troubles are over for life. You don't have to worry about shit ever again. And women. What a bitch. Shut up. And women. Don't forget us, too, because we're so oppressed. Like, there's like black people, and then we're like right under them because we're so oppressed. This is like, America is like the worst place to ever be a woman ever. Like, America in 2022 is like the worst place you could ever be a woman. I swear. I swear. Like, name one country where it's worse to be a white woman or like any woman. Like, of course, if you're white, like it's okay everywhere, but like any woman in America, it's like the worst place for women. Name one country that's like worse than America. You can't because it's the worst. Okay. Okay, brother. Now what? Now what are we going to talk about? I'll tell you. Hey, Daniel Orr. Afghanistan is not worse than America when it comes to being a woman. Afghanistan is awesome. Oh, no, I get it. I see what you're trying to say, Daniel Orr. You're saying that Afghani women don't want to be wearing burqas. They don't want to be wearing something that was made by Carhartt, was made by Dickies. When it's 197 degrees outside, I think you're wrong. Those things come with AC, swamp coolers. They're fine in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Daniel. And I'm also saying that the women in Afghanistan, they don't mind clitorectomies. Sex, pleasure, not for me. That's for my man. They don't want to go to school either. What, women here, they can say and do whatever they want? Society is skewed toward their protection? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that women here can wear whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want? No. Are you kidding me? America sucks for women. Afghanistan, Mogadishu, now you're starting to get into places that are hot spots for the ladies. Maybe throw Iran in there. No, I'm not going to bring up the fact that a 22-year-old woman was beaten to death a couple weeks ago in Iran for not wearing her hijab correctly. I'm not going to bring that up. Not at all. And over there, if you want to beat your wife, keep it down. Here in America, what? What do you mean? America sucks for women. They have all kinds of freedom. They're protected. They're worshipped to a certain degree. America sucks. America sucks like so hard. America sucks so hard. Yeah, okay. Venture out, feminists. Venture out. See the world. Come back and regale us with tales, with your tales from around the world being a lady. Huh? Yeah, your ass gonna come right back here. So Pelosi said what? Remember in Wayne's World, as Sphincter says what? What? It still makes me laugh. As Sphincter says what? What? What the hell did she do now? I know. What in the hell did she do now? Let's find out. Let's find out what Nance in her pants is talking about. Now, keep in mind, she's completely fucked up. She's 3 sheets, hammered, wasted, plastered, lit up from the tit up, faded, whatever you want to call it. She is. But don't hold that against her. Because she's trying. She's 83, guys. Give her a fucking chance. You get up there with a pint of vodka coursing through your nearly collapsed veins. Huh? And see how good you do. Yeah, I thought so.
We have a responsibility to secure our border. We also have a responsibility to recognize the importance of newcomers to our nation. Right now, the best thing that we can do for our economy is to have comprehensive immigration
What's the
reform.
clear liquid in that cup?
We have a shortage of workers in our country, and you see even in Florida, some of the farmers and the growers saying, why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down here. But that doesn't mean that we don't recognize our moral responsibility as well. When the president, the former, occasional occupant of the White House,
hold on, guys. You tell me right now she did not want to call those illegals. She was like, why are you sending those beaner? I mean, the little border jump. Like she almost slipped. Her whole team, her whole staff, assholes went. Don't say it, Nancy. Don't say it. Don't say it. If it's the other stuff, Heidi spits. If it's vodka, definitely swallows. She was like, why are you sending those little, what they tell me to say? Immigrants. That's what they are. Immigrants. Now, does she just have her hands on the podium, or is she holding on to the podium? I think she's holding on. And I think that little cup in front of her with the clear liquid in it, I don't think that's water. I think she's like the judge in Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. When Cheech and Chong were in there being sentenced, and Chong grabs her water, and he has cotton mouth, and he drinks it. He's like, spits it out. That's vodka, man. I think that's nothing but pop off vodka right there. The shit that comes in the plastic jug, because she has no class. Yeah, Swamp Fox 1732 says white knuckling it. If she's holding on to that damn thing, when she walks away, if you look right there, there'll be nail marks in that damn podium. Hands all fucking shaking, hitting the podium. Tell him, Grandma. Great grandma. She's 83. You got to cut her some slack. 83, intoxicated. She's not going to do too well, but I guess she did all right here. She didn't slur too much. She didn't pass out. She didn't pull her titties out, so I guess it's a win. Anytime we don't see her titties, it's a win. Spunbearing 65. Remember when she called them dreamers? Oh, I missed your first one? What? No way. No way, dude. Yeah, they were dreamers. Now they're little. She's all the farmers. The farmers. They're like, why are you sending a little fucking? Whoa, Nancy, what were you gonna say? She's a little brown. She's all. Why are you sending the brownie? Nancy, just be honest. Even if that was your first time being honest, it would be just nice to see you being honest. Even if it's like that. How do you really feel? So why are you sending those little? So now we need comprehensive immigration reform. You're calling for that again. The borders are wide the fuck open. How long have you guys had the House and the Senate? Why haven't you done that before? You guys can knock that shit out in a day and you won't do it. But now we need comprehensive reform for the farmers in Florida. Got it. I got you right here, Spunberry. Thank you again. He says, lost money to a bet hoping a Weather Channel reporter would take a dump in the hurricane. Well, the one had a condom on her microphone. I guess she was getting a lot of, it was raining a lot and shit. And some people had a problem with that. It fucking works. Condoms keep liquids out, don't they? That's their job. A condom was created to keep liquids from getting from what's inside of it to what's outside of it. So if you don't want water to get in there, then you would put, right? So I don't know who the fuck, how could you, so what? She wasn't like fucking, and today in news, she wasn't like stroking it. Who cares? It makes sense. That's something I would do. If you have something that you don't want to get wet and you got a condom. Now, well, the question is, where'd she get that condom from? That's what I want to know. Where'd you get the condom from? Like, does she keep the condoms when this happens? Or was it one of her own personal ones? I don't know. Bottom line is the shit works. But I need to hear this from her one more time.
We have a responsibility to secure our border. We also have a responsibility to recognize the importance of newcomers to our nation.
Newcomers.
Right now, the best thing that we can do for our economy is to have comprehensive immigration reform. We have a shortage of workers in our country, and you see even in Florida, some of the farmers and the growers saying, why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down here. But that doesn't mean that we don't recognize our moral responsibility as well.
Okay, that's enough. That is enough. That's enough from her. Like, nobody that old should be in politics. I'm sorry. If you just have that, what was her name? Katharine Hepburn kind of shakiness to her voice. Nah, you're too fucking old. You're too old. You're 83. Every bit of it. Send those little fucking, what you really want to say? She thought for a few seconds too. She was like, no, I can't call them that. That's from the 60s. Can't call them that. Oh yeah. Immigrants. Like, you're too fucking old, lady. Get out of here. Go home. Go home to your great grandkids. Finally go and take your spot in the Smithsonian. But get out of here. You're too old. You're too fucking old. You're 83. Why do you want to be doing this? Maxine Waters, she's 82. No more. Fucking old as shit. Oh, I can't wait till she slips up and says some foul shit. I can't wait. He's a little. Ugh. Remember that part from Blazing Saddles? He's like, come here. Can't you see that man is a... He grabs the black sheriff and he meant to get Headley and he's like, come here. Don't you know? Can't you see that man is a oh? Sorry about that. Can't you see that man is a Oh, come on, Nancy. I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you. Let's hear it. Let's finally hear one of these politicians be completely honest. I would love that. I wouldn't care if their hatred and their vitriol was aimed right at me. I wouldn't care. I just want to hear you be honest for once. Wouldn't that be nice? If all the Democrats, they just crowded the stage, looked like the Source Awards up there. Everybody brought their entourage. All of them are up there. Schumer, Pelosi, Waters, who's Miss Swan from Hawaii, Cheney, all the Democrats up there. They were just, let me tell you something about you colored motherfuckers. I can't stand. Let us have it. Be real. But you better believe we would definitely get up there and say the same shit. I can't stand you lying, empty suit pieces of shit. You corrupt bastards. We would definitely tell you the same thing. We could take our own medicine. Let's hear it. How do you really feel about us? You poor working class 9-to-5 mother. Let us have it. How do you really feel about us? Every relationship should be based on honesty. So be honest with us. What do you really think? Come on. You can't make us feel any worse about you than we already do. We already hate you. So why not be honest? Hell, you might get some votes. T3283, yeah, deplorables. That squeaked out a little bit, but you can do better than that. Hillary, you can do better than that. How do you really feel? Huh? How many N-bombs you got in you? Let's hear them. That'd be great. People would actually respect you. Believe it or not. And as soon as you're done, be like, you guys done? Cool. American people, what do you think? It'd be like the scene in Ace Ventura 2 where he was like, we would fucking let you bastards have it. Wouldn't that be cool if there was a way that, because everybody could have a turn. There's, how many adults are there in America? 200 million or some shit like that. It would take too long for each of us to get up to the mic and tell them what we thought. But what if we could have a representative from each state that with, Justin Weeks says, I'm with Fernando. Fernando would be there. But what if we could have a representative from each state to get up there on the podium, and they had to sit there. All the congressmen, all the senators, president, everybody would have to sit up there. And one representative from each state, so only 50 people. You guys can sit through that, you fucking bastards. Not you guys, but them. And we just get up there, and you have 5 minutes to tell them exactly what the people of your state think about them. And you have to do some research. You have to do some polling. You need to go around. You need to talk to the people. Take a year. You got 1 year. On January 1st, you start your campaign to put your finger on the pulse of the people. What do you think about your senator and your congressman, or your senators and your congressmen and women? What do you think? And on December 31st of that same year, you have to deliver your report. What do the people think? And don't sugarcoat it. Of course, you can get it, nice and neat so you can convey your message, but don't sugarcoat it. There will be profanity. There will be hurtful things said, but this is what you want. You wanted to be the representative for the people, so let the people tell you what they think of the job you're doing. That would be amazing. And then televise it so that we can sit there and watch or stream it, everything's streamed. So we can sit there and watch you be read the riot act. You could sit there. You're not walking from your car to a building, no questions. We don't have to yell shit at you before the door closes behind you. You sit there. You sit right there in an uncomfortable chair. I want them sitting in fold-up chairs. I don't care if you got hemorrhoids, you old, sciatica, I don't give a fuck what you got. You sit right there and listen to the people of your state read you the riot act. And we can go back from there. When we get back home, We'll tell our governors what we think of them, our mayors what we think of them. Wouldn't that be nice? And you could just tune into your local channel to hear your local representative get shit on. Because I have a feeling most of them would get shit on. And you know what the times that people would tune in the most is when New York is up, Illinois is up, California is up, Oregon, Washington, all these liberal shitholes, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all pretty much the whole East Coast. Those have the highest views. Those will be the highest views when those shitty ass states are up to have their riot act read to them. Yeah, Florida, probably wouldn't say too much bad shit about them. You know, you got the Dakotas, some of the southern states. They probably wouldn't, you know, they would do the best. I'll put it that way. These liberal shitholes, Maryland, Maryland, you're home to Baltimore, so you know you're getting it. Pennsylvania, you would get the business too. Missouri, all these places that got these war zones. Minnesota, they would just get fucking worked. Wouldn't that be cool to see the squad up there, aka the 4 whores of the apocalypse? What's her name? Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Presley, Ilhan Omar, and AOC. Wouldn't that be awesome to have them stand up there as their state representative just barked at them for 5 minutes straight? Hell, 10 minutes. Any of you have been in the military and boot camp? You know, your drill instructors, your RDCs would just right here. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get some spittle in your face, AOC, and the other 3 members of the 4 whores of the apocalypse. We're going to let you have it. Misanthrope says, I'm in Baltimore. Sorry to hear that. I will say I had the best shrimp salad sandwich of my life in Baltimore. Down, where is it? It was like a seafood market or something like that. This big old market down there. They have like vendors, food and stuff, and all kinds of shit for sale. Really good steamed crabs. Get them by the bag. They're seasoned. Just put some newspaper down the table, dump them out, get some root beer and shit. Spunberry 65, it says AOC cries like a baby. Even better. Even better. You start crying, you're just going to make it worse. It's like a squeaky toy for a dog. The more it squeaks, the more it shakes it and bites it because it sounds like a dying animal and it's tapping into their primal brain. That primal section of their brain that's been, diluted by, here, boy. It'd be even worse. Oh, you got the nerve to cry? You know how many nights my wife was crying when we were on lockdown? Our kids gonna go to school, you motherfuckers, and you're gonna sit here and cry in front of me? Yes, cry even more. Let me help you. Let me help you cry more. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. Shut up. It's my 10 minutes, you jackass. Oh, that would be so nice. That would be so nice. If they just had to sit there and take it. They just had to sit there and take it, just like we do. Sometimes we just got to sit here and take this bullshit. Well, now it's your turn. And I don't care what anybody says. I know there's soulless demons, but there's got to be something, and there's got to be a slice of humanity, a rice paper thin slice of humanity in there somewhere, and that's going to hurt their feelings. When AOC goes home and kicks off her $2,000 Michael Kors or Manolo bonnets, when she kicks off her $2,000 Manolos and her eunuch of a fiance rubs her feet while stretching out her jeans for her. Babe, these are the ones you got last week. I got 5 more minutes to wear them. They should be ready for your big, juicy Latina booty. As he rubs her feet and cries into her pantyhose because he's a bitch. I had a bad day today. They yelled at me for 10 minutes. And she's pegging him. And then he's holding his ankles up. And then what, honey? Ow. That would be the best. To actually hurt their feelings. Make them sit there and look out the window of their Lincoln Town car on the way home Let's think about all the mean shit we said to him. That would feel so good. That would feel amazing. You can put a little sneeze guard up if you want, but you can actually get in their face with a microphone and Gavin Newsom's face and say, fuck you. You suck. Here's why. Gavin Newsom, you're a bitch. Let me count the ways. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be great. Only in a perfect world. And lastly, Ron DeSantis. Let's end it on. Let's talk about a good politician, huh? Here we go. Here we go. Oops, that's the right one. All right, let's see what Mr. DeSantis had to say.
The other thing that we're concerned about, particularly in those areas that were really hard hit, is, we want to make sure we're maintaining law and order. Don't even think about looting. Don't even think about taking advantage of people in this vulnerable situation. And so local law enforcement is involved in monitoring that. I told Kevin if the state needs to help as well, because you can have people, bringing boats into some of these islands and trying to ransack people's homes. I can tell you in the state of Florida, you never know what may be lurking behind somebody's home. And I would not want to chance that if I were you, given that we're a Second Amendment state. The other thing that we're
basically, that was a nice way of saying, don't do it. Don't say I didn't warn you. I know Florida has a good reputation now, but there's still some meth bouncing around in there. And you fuck around and kick somebody's door in and he's been up since last week when they started talking about this shit, you're going to have a problem. And it was also a way of telling the citizens of Florida, do your thing. You got my blessing. They try to steal your shit, let her rip. Because when the looting starts, that's when the shooting starts. That's right. The independent gators. Hey, man, don't worry about what we're going to do with the body. We're going to take some of the rest of this 8 pounds of methamphetamine. We're going to give a handful to them gators and throw his fucking ass in there, man. He'll be gone in 2 minutes. You imagine methed out gators. I'm surprised they have one of those them shitty movie companies that made like Sharknado, meth gator. Where like the gators are in the swamp and they're around some meth factory and it blows up and a bunch of meth just dumps into the swamp. And the gators are just on that shit, just fucking people up. That's what he's telling them. Do your thing, Floridians. Criminals. You heard what I just told them. You see that green light that I gave them. Don't do it. That's how it should be. Everywhere. Hurricane or not. Natural disaster or not. You fuck around and try to steal somebody's shit. You break into their home. You're going to get shot. Why they got to make it so difficult? I like shit easy. You come in here, no invite, bang, bang. I didn't say give him that much fucking meth, man. Guy, buddy, friend. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, pal. Thank you for the Hamilton. Ron giving us his blessing. I love this man. Well, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, Mr. Floridian, you will share him with us. He belongs to the nation. Jimmy Dean, thank you for the Twomsky. It's a shame I cannot respect my president regardless of his politics. The POTUS should be for all of us, not dividing us. What do you mean, Jimmy Dean? You did not see that collective orgasm that the mainstream mediocres had when he was elected? Oh, let me see if I can find this shit. Because Kamala's face and voice didn't make you puke. This will. Let's see. Go. Damn it. It was on, was it the night that they read the results or whatever you want to call that? Hold on. Isn't that the pool of reflection in DC? Damn it. I can't find it. But it's a clip. It was on the show, but it was right before they went to a commercial break. And I can't remember. Jake Tapper, one of them, one of those soon to be unemployed jackasses over there. And they were going to a commercial, and it was a panel of people, and it was a pool of reflection, and the pool is a long rectangle, so it almost looks like there's two arms like this on either side of it. And they said, "Oh, he's really gonna unite this country." The pool of reflection looks like Biden's arms stretched out to give America a hug. What? Shut up. But they sold him as the adult in the room. It's so good to have the adults back in the room. He's going to unite this country because Trump, he divided it. He was our divider in chief. And now Biden's going to come in and he's going to bring everybody together with some warm butterscotch pudding and a story. Sit on my knee as long as you're under 10. Right? Now look at this bullshit. Now look where we're at. Never been more divided. Never. Dumbass. Set Zebra says, Jericho, just think about it. How about this, Set Zebra? How about you think about what you think about? Think about it. God. Donkey King, thank you. The only problem I have with DeSantis was his anti-Semitism bill, which blocks any possible criticism of Zionists, even if it's completely true. I'm not totally familiar with that. I've heard about it. I mean, of course, like some things, anti-Semitism bill, who'd have a problem with that? But I don't know enough of it to speak on it. But, I'm sure he's done some wrong. I'm sure there's some things that people don't like about him. He's not perfect. I'm not saying, I shouldn't even say that because I hate when people say it's not perfect. Yeah, we know. No shit. Sun's hot too. But I think you don't hear people talking about his faults because he seems to do a lot of good, is what I meant to say. But is he with fault? Sure, a shitload of it. No, I don't think anybody likes everything that somebody does. It could seem that way sometimes, but I don't think anybody likes everything that any person does, no matter who they are. Roy Lee Painter, thank you. Don't forget to smash the like button. Simplify. Hey, people, when Roy is right, he's right. So what do we learn from that? Don't fuck around in Florida. Easy. And watch out for those methed out gators. They're pretty nasty as is when they're not under the influence. You throw some of them that damn methamphetamine in the water. Watch out, brother. That thing get crazy. Thank you, guys. This is my Friday. To you, it's Saturday, but to me, it's my Friday because Sunday is the only day that I don't do anything. I don't do any lives. I don't do any research. I don't read any articles. I don't do shit. I hang out with my family. I try to get things done around the house too, but honestly, I don't think one day is enough to do both of those things equally. Like the saying goes, when you can't do two things at the same time equally, something will suffer. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, please, if you like what you saw and heard. But yeah, tomorrow I ain't doing shit. I'm not going on Instagram, nothing. Hanging out with the family. And since it's Sunday, it's the last day the kids got for the weekend before they go back to school. Oh, this? Some brand new merch you can find at mygreengear.com. Good damn morning, Americans. So glad I got mine. You get yours. 50% off all green gear at mygreengear.com. Link in the description box. Let's see if I can find that bitch. I'm gonna find that bitch right here. I'm gonna put it in the dadgum comment section, man. I should have done this a long time ago, but you get all wrapped up in shit. You get all wrapped up, start talking about stuff. Whoop. There it is. So yeah, 50% off. Got a lot of cool shit in there. Not just hats and t-shirts. I got some tumblers coming. Hoodies, it's starting to get chilly out. The leaves are turning and falling. So we got the shit to keep you warm too. Nico Giorgio. Thank you, sir. Hey, JG, before you leave, can I interest you in some solar panels? Yeah, you could have until you slipped up, Fernando. Fernando was doing so good. You know what? Let's play that one more time. Just for Fernando. Fernando, if you're watching, man, this is for you. And we're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. Just kidding. He ain't laughing. No. Fernando! Fernando. He is locked in his bedroom, curtains drawn. He won't eat. Damn it, Fernando. All right, hold on. Let me share the screen. Poor guy. If you guys didn't see this yesterday, this is some fucked up shit. Oh, this is bad. Here we go. Salesman accidentally calls black neighbor the N-word is the title. Oh, man. That dog's telling Fernando, go. They're black.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work with Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man.
All right, then.
No, man, that wasn't even.
All right, then. Hey, shout out to the black guy who owned the house, because all he said was, all right, then, and just went in the house, man. He knew Fernando didn't mean that, but what do you do? Do you invite this? Do you do business with this man after saying that? Oh, man, that shit was too funny. He said, sorry, dude. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably start laughing if somebody said that shit. Because that's too damn funny. That is too damn funny. Fernando was like, fuck. I needed one more sale to get a free dinner for 4 at Chili's on rib night. I fucked it up. Heidi Boo, that's right. How uncomfortable for everybody. Those watching, the homeowner, Fernando. I mean, shit. He said, we're out here talking to all the niggers. Holy shit, man. Fernando. He said, oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, man, me too. Have a good day, Fernando. Have a good day. Oh, man, that was too funny. Yeah, none the miser. That word was top of mind. That was top of mind. Damn it, Fernando. I feel bad for him. If I had a job for you, Fernando, I'd give it to you because I know you don't have one right now. I know you're between jobs. Oh shit. All right, guys. I don't know a better note to end it on than Fernando. He said, we're going around talking to all the niggers. Oh shit. That moment was molto bene. Don't do nothing else to that moment. No condiments, no seasoning, no accoutrement. You leave that moment alone and bask in its glory. You bask in the sweet glow of the awkwardness of that moment. You sit there, you enjoy it. That's like a fine glass of wine. You pop that shit open and you let it breathe. They're all the aromatics. Fernando, that moment was perfect. In the world of awkward, in the world of I would give everything, all of my worldly possessions to have those words back, that moment was exquisite. And we're going to end on that, people, because Fernando said all that needs to be said, really. I will see you guys on Monday. It's almost a guarantee that some famous person, some politician is going to say or do some of the wildest shit we've heard to date. So we'll talk about that then. Have a good weekend, guys. If you're going to drink, just make sure you drink some water in between so your head's not all fucked up the next day. And if you do drink, hey, dedicate one to me, huh? Toast to me. Appreciate it. Say it with me, damn it. Oh, yeah. And of course, thanks to everybody in the comment section. Comments, questions, super chats, whatever. Dang it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.